Last week, Fox 4 did a story about a Texas law requiring homeowners reapply for their homestead exemption every 5 years. Rather than having homeowners go through that process, Tarrant County appraisal officials are taking a different approach. And Fox 4's Deon Anglin joins us live. Deon.
Hi there, Clarice. Well, if Tarrant County homeowners get a letter like this asking you to provide proof of your homestead exemption status, don't ignore it. The Tarrant Appraisal District is contacting those owners whose exemption status may be questionable.
Your address on your driver's license has to match your property address.
The clerks are busy at the Tarrant Appraisal District office. Many property owners want clarity.
Make sure I got all my exemptions in order.
It's worth checking.
Yes, ma'am, it surely is.
A recently adopted state law requires counties to audit every 5 years those who have homestead exemptions or a savings on their tax bill because the property is their primary residence. Fox 4 first reported on the relatively unknown law last week. The reality, according to TAD, some owners claim the exemption but are not entitled to it.
And right now there's about 30,000 that have hit our radar as far as that may not qualify, that we have to look into. Usually about 0.75% are actually erroneous, but that doesn't sound like much, but it usually ends up being multi-million dollars to the entities.
Yes, you have a homestead on this property since 2000.
Rather than have all homestead exemption holders reapply every 5 years, Tarrant appraisal officials are using an outside contractor to identify owners with questionable statuses. Tarrant appraisers trying to reduce confusion about the process.
Right now, most of it's confusion between Dallas County and Tarrant County. You know, they heard that, everybody has to reapply, and that's what the law basically says, that you have to validate your homestead once every 5 years. What we're trying to do is alleviate that burden or minimize it as much as possible for Tarrant County residents and only have them reapply if there's a reason why we think that they're no longer eligible.
David Luby is here to double check his status.
It's confusing. But anyway, I've got my little letter, so I'm okay.
Tarrant property owners who receive a letter like this may simply need to validate they actually live at the exempted property. If 2 mailings are ignored, the homestead exemption could be revoked.
They can find people that live in other places, or if people have passed away, and then they can also look at voter registration, vehicle registration, mailing address. So if it looks like somebody lives in another place besides where the home that we have, then we can research that more and find out where do they actually live.
And you can confirm your homestead exemption by going to the TAD website and doing a quick property search. And if you ignore those letters and your homestead exemption status is revoked, you will likely have to pay taxes on the higher assessed value. You can later apply for a refund of the difference if you're eligible.